knockout tournament again, but the losers will proceed to the classification round as we are having our pre-game pleasantries as we'll take a look at the lineup of San Beda in a bit. With the Red Lions, of course, it's no surprise that they have plenty of familiar names and faces, but we also have the different newcomers here. And they are gunning for their 25th NCAA title. But when you talk about the different NSAC tournaments, they did finish 4th in the collegiate or in the college basketball campus tour, which concluded in May. And with that done and dusted, let's head over to the NFU Tigers, who are from Taiwan. And with this squad, of course, of National Formosa University, they did make it to the Final Four in the 2026 UBA Division I competition, which is essentially their premier college basketball league. And with that, they are established locally, but they are going to test their mettle against a powerhouse in San Beda, of course, a very well-known basketball program, a very well-known collegiate program. They've been able to create a massive number of professional players and even national team players. NFU will be in blue and white in this rainy afternoon. San Beda, on the other hand, will be in white and red. The Red Lions have recently come up short in the preseason with not just their 4th place finish in the NSAC campus tour, but also 2nd in the Phil Oil preseason tournament. But they're continuing to ramp up, of course, for the NCAA in the Philippines. And we are going to take it to our stadium announcer in a bit because we are going to meet our starting lineups.
Number 16, Jaden Jones. In number 77, Yang Hancheng. Their head coach is Lu Yucheng. Here now is the starting lineup of the San Beda Red Lions. At guard number 3, Jimmy Reyes. The other guard number 13, RC Kalimag. At forward number 15, Zed Etule. The other forward number 24, Sean Terculas. And at center number 27, Menard Songkuya. Their head coach is Yuri Escueta. Officiating the small game, our crew chief, Record Buwaron. Umpire 1, Nino Cortez. And umpire 2, Elaine Subere.
And let's take a look at your starters. For San Beda, you have Reyes, Kalima, Getule, Tortkulas, Songkuya. You have Yang, Jones, Hawkins, Yao, and Yang to lead the way here for NFU. That's Chen Yang and Hancheng Yang here as your guard and center respectively. And we are live on the Filipinas Live app, One Sports, and on One Sports' YouTube page. So glad you could join us, of course. This is Clara Manzano, your commentator for this game.
This is your 2026.
It's San Beda, white and red, as we mentioned earlier. NFU in blue and white. And this is going to be retaken when you talk about jump ball. Thank you also for joining us on the Filipinas Live app, available for Filipinos everywhere. And we do have 8 teams competing here from the Philippines, Japan, Australia, and Taiwan. As this is now underway. Early jumper, couldn't fall. Yang Chen Jen tried to get that to go. Here's Reyes, bringing it up slowly but surely. Here's Zed. Looking for Kalimag. He's automatic from outside, but takes it in because he had a man on him. Couldn't score off the spin. Torculas doing his thing with his hops. Kalimag taking it in. Reyes thought about the elbow triple. Stops, pops, shoots, doesn't score. Board secured well by Yang Chen Jin. They'll look to push with Justin Miles Hawkins. Only hit the window. It'll be time to push. Kalimag gets it to go here early on. 3-0 to start this one off. They'll pull up. And they get to answer back here when you talk about NFU. That's Jaden Jonathan Jones who gets it. So you do have Justin Hawkins and Jimmy Camilo Hembe, who are the foreign players here for NFU. Well executed in that system. And Jimmy Reyes with that open lane to take it in. Let's see if Hawkins will get the post up to work. He'll take the triple. Yao can't get it to fall. Songkuya hands it off. Reyes wiggling through the traffic. Traveling, unfortunately, here, though, for San Beda. So the Red Lions have actually won 2 NCAA championships in the last 3 seasons. The Red Lions actually trained in Spain recently for about 10 days, and they returned just last August 4, 10 days ago. There's still a bit of that jet lag, as Coach Yuri Escueta did say in our pre-game conversation. No foul here from the referee. That was a triple that Jaden Jones was looking to get. Sietule stops in the time. Songkuya gets it. Kalimag, left wing. Good again. That's his second triple. There's a foul in the backcourt here from Torculas. He was trying to make life difficult for Yang Chin Chin. Let's take a look at that triple once more for Kalimag. Starting strong. That rhythm could just get you going over the course of a game. Chance of defense from the San Beda bench. That was a lovely fake as they kicked it out. Yang Han Sheng, swish. Both teams will get to expose themselves to a different brand of basketball because they're facing opponents from overseas. Reyes uses the screen, bounce pass. Torcula skipped it over. Extra pass. I was going to say same shot from outside for Kalimag, couldn't get it to go. This time it was from the corner though, not from the wing. And if you gets to answer back, it's Yao Kuan Yu getting it. .6:27 remaining in the opening period. NFU leads San Beda 9-8. Torcula spin move. Gets it to go with that jumper in the high post. You have the likes of Aldous Torculas, Bismarck Lina, some of the veterans here who are experienced. Torculas did jump ship from the University of the Philippines. Hawkins just put his opponent in a blender and got that to go. Hawkins is a 6'7" versatile forward. He was previously with Niagara in the MAAC. He actually made his debut for Formosa versus DLSU in the tune-up game last month. We got to take a good look at the buckets that Torculas and Hawkins exchanged. That Etule will head to the stripe. First set of free throws in this game. We actually got to hear that Zed Etule impressed the Spanish coaches in their recent overseas stint that we mentioned. That was in Spain. Etule is perfect in this trip to the line. They thought about the early offense. They eventually go for it. And there is Yao Kuan Yu, who converts. You also have to credit the vision of Jaden Jones. And when you take a look at the different exhibition games that the Tigers have played, results haven't really been going their way, but the performance is there without a doubt. Let's take a look at this again. Jaden Jones finding Yao Kuan Yu ahead. Here's Jomel Puno to break. Puno also one of those veterans alongside Aldo Starculas and Bismarck Lina. Here's Estacio. A number of changes made already here for Coach Yuri Escueta. Here's Yang. 12 remaining in the shot clock, quite some time. Hawkins tries to pound it in. Turns. Only hit the front of the rim. Puno will push. Yes, Estacio on the right. This one was lost though by Yetule. The Tigers will look to pounce on the break. There's great transition defense anchored by Kalimag. Smart decision here though, as they opt to reset with Yang Hansheng. Here's Jones. Drives in with his left, finishes with his right, and one. Let's take a look at this here again. Driving, he thought he was going to go left. Jones just shifting midair, finishes with his right. Strong move. Bonus free throw. So now the bench is out here for BEDA University. In that last stretch, we got to see 4 bench players with RC Kalimag. Here's Estacio. Skipped it to the left. Dan Marcelo looking to drive. Hawkins down low. Referee said this is not going to count. This is a 3-second violation, as we just got to confirm. 4:05 remaining in the opening quarter. 2 team fouls each already here for BEDA and NFU. Still the starters that are on the floor for Coach Lu Yu Cheng. Hawkins uses the glass. So Hawkins made his debut for the Tigers in an exhibition game against De La Salle University. He dropped 22 points and 9 rebounds, close to a double-double. Short here though for JC Bonzalida. Here's Yang. Shenzhen takes it, makes it. He wanted a foul there. But with that bucket, NFU leads BEDA 20-12. And we have a timeout on the floor.
Nagbaba sila ng bola. Kaya tayo kailayo sa kanila, oh. Hindi nila kayo maramdaman eh. Kuya, okay lang. Hindi, ayoko na, Mike. Kailangan mga pumikap kayo full court para maramdaman naman nila kayo at least sa side. Kaya, tanggalin mo nga yung Mike eh. Oo,
We are back at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City for your NSAC World Invitational. Take a look at this jumper made National Formosa University leads San Beda 20-12. There's a scoring run that was made here again by the team from Taiwan. Hence, Coach Yuri Escueta and his staff opted to call for a timeout. But what's interesting though here is that the Tigers are still riding with their starters late in the first. Let's see if fatigue or stamina will be a factor as we carry on in this game. But we're still in the early stages. Marcelo, he's going to kickstart the second unit. Quinzalida. Marcelo just climbing a ladder there, showing us his vertical. Couldn't get the offensive board though. It was always a tough task. Jones to Hawkins. A power dribble. The arc slightly off on that hook. Puno. Got it down low. Hawkins banging bodies. Monzalida. They have 10 to work with. Puno offers the pick. Estacio lost his dribble. Gets it down low. Puno baseline J. It's good. This is a knockout tournament again. Today's winners will advance to the semifinals. The losers will be relegated to the consolation round, you could say. Referee says that this will remain though with SBU. Here's a look at that jumper from Jomel Puno. Smooth. Earlier today, the GRU Heavy Bombers bagged the 71-66 victory over Elite Stacks Australia. Lawrence Mangobat was named player of the game with 22 points. And that was on elite field goal shooting. Estacio facilitates. Couldn't quite headhunt on the screen. Marcelo. Dan Marcelo has been that Spitfire guard in the offseason. He did sit out, of course, in the previous NCAA edition because he did transfer from rivals Litran. Down low here. Well, there's a foul committed. Koshun Kai was able to show us his hang time. He's going to head to the line for two. Benny Estacio will head to the bench. And Sarigumba is in the game. Cole sinks the first. And with National Formosa University being from Taiwan, it's expected, of course. Their players are Taiwanese, and then they have their foreign reinforcements with Justin Hawkins and Jimmy Camilo Hembe. Off the glass and the rim for Marcelo. And Yan Chen Jin is able to draw a foul. There is also a warning issue to San Beda for faking a foul in that last possession. 60 ticks remaining right here in the first. NFU leads San Beda 21-14. Both teams went toe-to-toe to start things off. But the Tigers just banked on a run late in the first to take this precarious lead. Shin can't get it to drop. But there's a foul here while they're trying to go for the board. It will remain with the team in blue. In comes Kai Efron. Gonzalito will head to the bench to take a break. And for San Beda University on the other hand, as people know, they are all Filipino. When you talk about the squad composition, You have Kai Efron, Dom Sarigomba, who are Filipino-American. First free throw gets to go here. Just to wrap up, of course, with that squad composition. Now Sanbeda, Dan Marcelo is still Canadian. Quite a break here. NFU with an opportunity to get another shot on the board. And they draw foul once more. Now it's Jaden Jones. The Red Lions in the penalty. This is something that could hurt the Red Lions when you look at this game in terms of the big picture. National Formosa just building this lead bit by bit with extra possessions. Starter Jimmy Reyes re-enters the game. They look to take advantage of this 2-for-1 opportunity with 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Here's Kai Efron. Here's the press break now. Sanbeda comfortably negotiates that. Reyes gets it back from Efron. There's that zone defense being implemented. And it's a triple that Marcelo converts. Here's Cole. Gets it back to Jones. We have a 3-second differential between the shot clock and game clock in the opening quarter. Back with Jones. They want him to take that shot. Time running out though. He's being locked on by Hawkins. Runner no good. It was an awkward shot. Reyes gets it. Looks at the scoreboard for the time. And that's fantastic defense from the Tigers to close out the first 10 minutes. Confirmation of your score at the end of the first. The NFU Tigers lead the Red Lions by 7, 24-17. On to the second period in this matchup between Sanbeda and NFU in the NSAC World Invitational. We are coming to you from the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. Glad you could join us again on the One Sports YouTube page, One Sports, and on Pilipinas Live. Clara Manzano here, your commentator for this game. NFU banked on that strong ending in the first quarter again to push their lead to 7. There were some struggles from the bench of Sanbeda. They failed to carry on the momentum, of course, from their starters. NFU shooting at 47% from the field as compared to the 40 of the Red Lions. Both teams shooting well from the outside. 3 for 8 for SBU, 3 for 6 for NFU. Hawkins, great team play to find him down low. We saw he was clearly hacked on his way up.
Heading down in the first scene, Jaden Jones is first. One on the target. Two free throws for Earl Hawkins.
That's 2 shots again for Hawkins because he has fouled on his way up. Earl gets the first one to drop. NSAC World Invitational action resumes tomorrow and on Sunday right here at the same venue. That's on August 15th and 16th. Action begins at 11 a.m. Hawkins was able to seal his man Chang down low, but it eventually leads to this drive from Jomel Puno. The winner again here will advance to the semifinals. The loser will move down to the classification round. Yang tries to shake off Hawkins. Hawkins didn't bite for the fake though, but Yang had enough space to make that one from the top of the key. Puno stops. Too much to the left. Offensive rebound. Gets it to go. Second chance points now. Hawkins got to break free. Here's the help defense. Results to an open man from the left wing. Short for Chang. Marcelo is fouled though as he is trying to push this up the court. Here's a look at this bucket from Yang Chen Chen. Jomel Puno just cleaning up. He uses the glass well. So this is a side court inbound. Hawkins offers the screen. That is also the case with Efron. Reyes. So there's a mismatch. Hawkins spaces the floor. Everything but the shot there. The rim just spitting it out at the last split second. Hawkins. Switch from the mark. It's Hawkins and Jones playing off of one another. Here's Efron. He did confirm in an interview. And he is second cousins with movie star Zac Efron, with their grandfathers or lolos being brothers. Hence, Efron, as you said, is cousins with movie star Zac Efron. And you have 9/10 and the shot clock here for San Beda. Take a look at this, just a simple catch and shoot. Hawkins being oh so confident, especially with a strong start. And quickly they get this one to go. Referee says SBU beat the shot clock. That's a bucket for Efron. It's kicked out, but out of bounds. Hawkins is trying to force the issue there, and it leads to a turnover. Reyes. And Hawkins just committed his second foul here. It was Maynard Songkuya who was hacked. We just got to double check that. That is only the first foul against Hawkins. Reyes. There's the help D. But that pick and roll resulted into the switch. Here's Kalimag. Too much to the right for Richie, the younger brother of RC. The Red Lions get to recycle. Reyes gets it back from Efron. He'll use the mismatch to his advantage with his shiftiness. Hawkins not taking the bait, but it's eventually a bucket. That's good for Reyes. He'll head to the line for a bonus free throw. Just when we were starting to doubt that play, Reyes couldn't shake off Hawkins with his dribble, used his quick first step. Got to draw the second foul of the main man of the Tigers. That could swing things the way further for the Red Lions, because it's now a 3-point game, 29-26. And the 3-point play is good here for Jimmy. The NFU Tigers, as we mentioned earlier, reached the Final Four in their 2026 UBA Division I action. That's the Premier Collegiate League over at Taiwan. Yang Chen got his pocket pick, got to recover. Over to Yao. It's good. Torculas has this mismatch. Drives, but there's the help D. Let's take a look at this again. Basic basketball being done oh so well by the Tigers. The drive, the kick, they find the open man. That was a triple for Yao that you got to see. But take a look at this. And if you win the penalty, and we have 6:11 remaining in the second. Torculas got to bury the first shot. And with the high usage of Justin Hawkins, he's in foul trouble. The Tigers inserted Jimmy Camilo Hembe, who is from Congo. He's their backup foreign reinforcement. Yang, the fake. Referee said there was a foul. Used his pivot well. Yang Cheng gets the first one to go. Here's Coach Lu Yu Cheng of NFU. We have 8 teams again participating from the Philippines, Japan, Australia, and Taiwan. And our squads are getting this unique opportunity to test themselves against unique brands of basketball. Torculas returned this to Reyes. They exchanged passes. Torculas' pocket is picked on the behind the back. He's able to make amends because he denied Yang Cheng on the fast break. Here's Torculas. It's his dribble that's loose again. A step back here. Yang Han Cheng couldn't get it to go though. You see that NFU is able to get these stops and opportunities in transition. But it's the transition defense that's working well for them, for San Beda rather. Hence, it's still a 5-point game. Torculas gets that with the drop. His triple makes it a 1-possession game when you talk about Aldous Torculas. This is the experience again of Torculas that we're talking about. Corner triple is overshot. And Song Kuya is bumped in at the midcourt. Here's a look at this. Reyes also with a driving kick to Aldous Torculas this time around. Torculas making amends for his back-to-back turnovers earlier. First one drops for Song Kuya. The biggest scoring run of San Beda is at 6, which is quite recent. And NFU, on the other hand, had a 9-0 scoring run in contrast. San Beda, though, able to get an advantage in terms of points in the paint at 10-6. Here's chance of defense from San Beda's pep squad. To the corner now. Can't get it to drop. And it's these fouls in the backcourt that are hurting our two teams. You got to see that from the Red Lions in the first quarter. This time around, it's the Tigers committing these fouls. We've been hearing good things when you talk about the off-season development of Maynard Songkuya. He has a prime opportunity to step up, of course, with the upcoming NCAA season. Good from the mark for Songkuya. And it's San Beda in the lead now, 35-34. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Jaden Jones is back on the floor. They'll try to retake the lead and control of this game. The Tigers have to do this again without Hawkins because he's in foul trouble. But Jones handling matters on his own as expected. Reyes. That would have been massive for them, though, if he got to make it. There's a big-time rebound, though, from Lohembe. But Jones will facilitate. Calling for the clear. He likes this matchup. Gave it up, though. Hits good here. But it's an unsportsmanlike foul that's called. This looks like an unsportsmanlike against Songkuya. But in the process, there was also the triple made by Yang Hansheng. That triple should count because the foul was off the ball and it was committed by a Red Lion. There you go, the triple's confirmed. This is the action off ball between Songkuya and Lohembe. To add to the unsportsmanlike foul against Songkuya, Tarkulas was given a warning for unsportsmanlike conduct. Just when the Red Lions were taking momentum in this game, there's this massive swing going the way of the NFU Tigers. There was the triple for Yang Hansheng. And then now you have 2 free throws for Lohembe. It's these extra possessions that the Tigers are getting in succession. That's what's been able to boost them as of late. That happened also in the first quarter. But both free throws, no good for Lohembe. The Tigers get to keep possession, though, because it was an unsportsmanlike foul again assessed against the Red Lions. Back to a 2-possession game. Layup was no good. Kalimag drives. Shortened pull-up. Jones the ahead pass. He's been trying to go for those, no surprise. Finds his teammate underneath. Ugada. Hawkins handed it off. Hamora gets it back. Kalimag thought about it, but he was marked. But he's good in the drive. And it'll be a bonus here for Kalimag, because Kalimag got his outside game going. And if you are denying the triple, And RC is able to drive in for buckets like these. Got to do it with a hand on his face from a much bigger defender. Given that it's been nip and tuck also, Justin Hawkins has returned to the floor for coach Lu Yu Cheng. And the bonus free throw is good for Kalimag. 1 point game. It's just the second game on day one in the NSAC World Invitational. We're up for another treat. Hawkins down low. He's gone cold. Or you just say that the defense has marked him. Kalimag feeling it. The rim spits it out. The Red Lion bench saying there was basket interference. The shot was on its way out though. But a blue shirt tugged onto the net. Let's take a look. This is already on its way out. Oh, but it was Hawkins here who grabbed the net. But there was a foul assessed against the Tigers. That is why Hawkins is going to head to the stripe.
Here he goes, Hawkins.
1 point so far for Hawkins in this contest. RC Kalimag leads the way for San Beda with 9 so far in the first half. You have Jaden Jones on the other hand for NFU with 10. Yao has 8 also. And Hawkins tied the game with his shot, but makes it 40-39. 40-39 now. We'll take a break. Back at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. And the San Beda Red Lions lead 40-39. Thanks to the free throws of Hawkins. It's Hustle leading way to second chance points here. That's how Hawkins was able to get those free throws. It's been a back and forth game between the Red Lions and Tigers. The NFU Tigers again from Taiwan. In our opening matchup, the GRU Heavy Bombers got to square off with Elite Stacks Australia. That was a 71-66 victory again for JRU. No good from the corner. Ugadan gets assessed with a foul off ball. He floored Jones, and he's a bit slow to get up. No surprise that Jaden Jones is a marked man. Quite a strong bump here while they were trying to go for the box out. This is eventually or essentially a recycle. That's why there's 14 in the shot clock for NFU, and Jones hangs in the air, can't get it to fall. Nitule kicks it to the corner. Stopped by Jones. They play it ahead to Shen. Yao. There's a heat check here for Yao though. Yao went 2 for 3 from beyond the 3-point line. right before that shot. It's still 40-39, and there's a timeout on the floor, courtesy of San Beda. About 80 seconds remaining in the second quarter. San Beda looking to build its lead, heading into the halftime break. NFU looking to mount a response. The Tigers were able to build a cushion earlier in the first half. San Beda just banking on its depth to be able to fight back. There were some concerns again with the depth of NFU because they rode their starters late into the first quarter as Kalimag gets this one to go coming off the timeout. San Beda's bench eventually got to warm up and get into the game to support their starters. Here's Jones. Kicked it out. Triple from the wing. No good for Cole. Itule. This one was lovely, everything but the finish. Here's a 2-for-1 opportunity for National Formosa. Jones. He'll try to shake up Hawkins. Sidestep. Off to the side. Hamora says, let's slow down because we have the last shot. He looked up at the game clock. Plenty of off-ball movement as expected. He used the Hawkins pick, Kalimag. He's been the man for them. Not in this instance. It's out of bounds, but it will remain with San Beda. .9 remaining. The Red Lions will look to maximize this opportunity because it's been a close one. Let's remember, National Formosa is in the penalty though. Here's Itule, time expiring. Gets the shot off, but it was definitely way off. Great defense from the Tigers to end the first half. It's a single possession separating our two teams heading into the dugout. Very interesting numbers, come to think of it. We'll break that down in a bit, of course. But it's 42 for San Beda University Red Lions, 39 for National Formosa University. Do continue to stay with us because we'll be back after this break. currently at the half, and the San Beda Red Lions lead the NFU Tigers of Taiwan 42-39. It's been a nip and tuck back and forth game between our two squads again. Let's take a look at the highlights, of course. Both teams shot relatively well from the three-point line. Aldo Starculas was able to give some buckets down low too for the Red Lions. And there were some transition baskets that were crucial. There's Yao Kuan Yu who got the finish earlier. Justin Hawkins was on fire to start things off, but he is eventually riddled with foul trouble. And RC Kalimag got to start off strong with 2 triples early on. He's been marked, so he's been able to take it into the hole. Let's take a look at our statistics. SBU shooting well from the free throw line. That's what's been able to help them as of late. The NFU Tigers, though, did get a good number of free throws and second chance points to start or finish the first quarter strong. But take a look at the massive difference in terms of rebounds, and BEDA has been able to just get crucial stops in this second quarter. And turnovers at 7-2, and that's also churned up 5 points off turnovers for the Tigers. And with that, we'll jump ship to our leading scorers so far. And no surprise that RC Kalimag leads the way for San Beda, and that it's Jaden Jones for the Tigers. But Yao Kuan Yu has been able to light it up from outside, and Yang Hancheng and Yang Chenjen have also been able to provide great support. Aldo Starculas has 9 also in the supporting effort. He did get the start also, mind you. Now, Jomel Puno also gave some fantastic promise in terms of scoring contribution. And we'll take a break, and we will catch you in a bit for your second half action in the NSAC World Invitational. NSAC World Invitational action is set to resume in a bit as we are coming to you from the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. And a big thank you for joining us on the Filipinos Live app, also on One Sports and the One Sports YouTube page. It's a 3-point game again with the San Beda Red Lions leading the National Formosa University Tigers 42-39. We're closing in the third quarter action again. Prior to this shot, you got to see Justin Miles Hawkins. He has 7 points so far. Hawkins is riddled with foul trouble again and committed 3 personal fouls in the first 20 minutes. And Formosa again was able to build a relatively comfortable lead. They got the lead by 8, 20-12. San Beda was just able to fight back with its depth. It was the bench again of the Red Lions that started off in the back foot. And they were just able to string things together and went on a mini run, you could say, or a number of mini runs. And they eventually got to take the lead. It's 42-39. Action will resume tomorrow and on Sunday right here at the same venue, the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. That's on August 15 and 16. Tip-off for the first game is at 11 a.m. and tickets are available at the gate and on TicketNet online. Do follow Asiabasket.official on Facebook and Instagram for more details. Claro Manzano here, your commentator for this game. Yang Hansheng will trigger to get the second half underway. It's the NFU Tigers in blue. The San Beda Red Lions in white and red. They're trying to execute in half court, but are facing plenty of resistance. No surprise, it's a stop now for SBU. They'll push in transition. Referee says there's a foul, and it counts. Chomel Puno has been able to shine despite of limited minutes in this game. It's understandable though that they're getting or giving opportunities to the entire squad. After all, this is a unique opportunity for both sides to get exposure against a different brand of basketball. It's not every day that university teams or collegiate teams get to square off against counterparts from different countries. The corner triple. And mind you, that went off the glass right before hitting the rim for Yao Kuan Yu. But it's a steal in transition from Yang Hansheng. Jones, just when he thought he was getting the finish, ball was swiped out. Jaden Jones felt that there was a foul. Let's take another look. There was a swipe or a brush, you could say. I do not envy the referee there. The call was made nonetheless. They said it was good. The fake, the pull-up. This one rattles outdoor. Rattles outdoor though for Yang. Yang Cheng-yen pulls up this time around. Got to convert. To 41. It remains to be a close one. Reyes has the mismatch against the big man. He'll try to shake him off. Kicks it to the corner. 2 to shoot. Etule turns. Got the shot up on time. Hawkins almost got the board with his hustle. But it's now with Justin Hawkins. Jones called for support, got to Yao, but Etule is whistled for the bump. Let's take a look at this again. There's the hesitation too from Yang Cheng-yen. Pulls up, smiles from him there. I'm absolutely sure that he's been working on that in the offseason. There's just that satisfaction when a move that you've been practicing is finally executed in game. It's a long process, of course, of adding moves to one's arsenal. Just when he thought Puno was able to slip by, And his aim was slightly off. Here's Yang Cheng in. Used to pick from Hawkins. Now up against the opposing Hawkins in Earl. Couldn't get it to drop. Dan Marcelo. In this instance, Marcelo opted to facilitate. But Etule is whistled for the offensive foul. That's the third foul against Etule. SBU again is coming off a 10-day training camp in Spain. There's still a bit of that jet lag, but that's all part of the game, of course. Hawkins down low. Got to beat Earl for the basket down low. Oh, and Marcelo's last touch here. There's a bit of the bump, but referee said there is no foul, and it was last touch against Dan. Justin getting the bucket here up against Earl. Jones taking it. They got to swing it. Yang did not take the shot, dribbled over to the free throw line. Couldn't get it to fall. Lovely handles from Jimmy Reyes. And he saw that Halbuena was open. Couldn't quite get the pass though. Puno got his pocket pick. Jones once more, shorter in the layup. He's frustrated. Puno underneath, gets it to go in transition. There's a bit of that sigh of relief if you're BEDA, because they're able to make it a 4-point game in their favor once more. Hawkins exploiting the mismatch, making it look easy. And the likes of Aldous Torculas, who's going to re-enter the game. That's also the case with Menard Songkuya. Triple couldn't fall though for Reyes. Jaden Jonathan Jones to push. Unselfish, but the shot couldn't drop for Yang Hancheng. Textbook basketball though, the 3-on-2 and then the bounce pass to either option, left or right, but it couldn't drop. In this instance though, Jamel Puno getting it down low, took some contact. Justin Hawkins was able to answer back with a classic post-up. 14 to work with right here for National Formosa University. Jones has youth national team experience with Taiwan, no surprise. Hawkins couldn't get it to go. Marcelo gets this one back. He'll take it. Bang! It's only the second game on opening day. Our 2 games already action-packed. You gotta love it, of course. Estacio was looking to push, but got it to Marcelo on the other hand. Torculas. That was in rhythm, you could say. Gets this one back from Albuena. Excellent team play. Just like that, it's now a 7-point lead for the Red Lions. And a few calls for time, and we'll be back. NSAC World Invitational action set to resume in a bit. We're coming to you from the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. That was the triple from Dan Marcelo himself. Aldo Storculas just slashing into the lane. It's now a 7-point lead for San BEDA. It's the biggest lead, mind you, of the Red Lions. The Formosa Tigers did hold a 10-point lead also in the earlier stages of this game. But it's the depth again of the Red Lions that's doing the damage. It was a slow start again for the bench as they were unable to provide that instant impact in the first. But with that depth nonetheless, Coach Yuri Escueta's bench mob was able to just warm up and get back into the game. And that's how they've been able to hang with the Tigers. The Tigers, on the other hand, have been banking on the likes of Justin Miles Hawkins and Jaden Jonathan Jones. But they've been able to set up their shooters all throughout, the likes of Cheng In Yang, just to name a few of them. Yeah. You saw him go left also earlier. They'll pound the rock inside. Hawkins. There's Halbuena to help from the back. But we are going to have 2 free throws for Yao Kuan Yu. Saragumba was assessed with the foul, but you can also feel and see the nerves of Zain Halbuena on that play. First foul shot couldn't drop for Yao Kuan Yu. The telling statistic at the moment is second chance points. That category favors the Red Lions 15-8. Fast break points is at 8-2, also in favor of San BEDA U. Bench point at 20-2. I will just add also to that. There's a zone defense being implemented. That's why they're moving the ball in the perimeter. Sarigumba. Halbuena thought about swinging it to Estacio. Sarigumba will drive, turns, got the shot off. Torculas gives them another chance here and tapped it to Song Uya. Sarigumba, the driving kick to Estacio. Estacio back with the San BEDA program. He did head over to De La Salle University initially for seniors basketball action. Second chance points once more. But the referee says this is 2 shots for Sarigumba. He was fouled on his way up while trying to take it in. Let's take a look at that once more. Sarigumba. There you go. There was the hit. Fouled while taking his 2 steps. First one's good here. San BEDA is already in the penalty with 5 team fouls compared to the 2 of NFU. Two for 2. Sarigumba makes it a 9-point lead. That's the biggest now of San BEDA. Chance of defense from the SBU Pep squad. They're able to deny the entry pass to Hawkins. Estacio will push. Says let's set up half court instead. Sarigumba once more, cleared for takeoff. He's going to head back to the free throw line, but this time it's for a bonus free throw to make it a 3-point play. The quick takeoff here. Next thing you know, taking off his left, finishing with his right. The pressure is on NFU now to stop the bleeding and to get back into this game. Book that three-point play for Sarigumba. NFU again, an elite team back in Taiwan. They reached the 2026 UBA Division I Final Four in a competitive 16-team field that featured Taiwan's finest. They eventually went on to finish 4th in the UBA Division I tournament. Hawkins was driving in, wasn't aware of the shot clock. Tough break here for the Tigers as they were looking for a lifeline. It's the physicality and hustle that has been working well for BEDA. Torculas pulls up. It was short. Jones, he looked to bank on every ounce of experience. Got Sarigumba to bite for the fake. Shot was no good though. It is off the back of the iron. Here's a foul against NFU in blue. This is not good. Hawkins was just given his 4th foul. He's trying to have a word with one of our referees. This was where Hawkins was assessed with a foul. That's why he was left furious. Hawkins started strong again, but he did get into foul trouble in the first half with 2 fouls in the opening 20. Eventually finished with three personal fouls. Unfortunately, that caught up for him. And what more? National Formosa University now in the penalty. There's 2 foul shots for Songkuyas. He cannot make the first. SBU was in the penalty at a much earlier stage in this 3rd period. The winner again will advance to the semifinal. The losers in today's games will head over to the classification round. And from there, we will eventually have the battle for 3rd, 5th, and 7th. So nonetheless, all teams are guaranteed to play tomorrow and on Sunday. And that was much needed from Yang Chengen. Here's Estacio. Kicked it out. There's eventually a late whistle here though, as Sarigumba was bumped. You got a feel for Koshun Kai because he already got the steal by then and would have been on the clear. Here's the play again. It's Sarigumba again heading back to the stripe. He's been able to convert a number of free throws in this 3rd period alone. That's been massive, of course, in BEDA's bid to push the lead further. And as we speak, so far, so good. Made the first attempt. That's now 7 points and counting for Dom Sarigumba. Yang Chengen. Jones. Torculas couldn't get it. Offensive board. They recycle with Yang. The pass though to Jones was telegraphed. There's still 9 though here for the Tigers. Here's their backup big man in Lohembe. 2 seconds remaining though. They have to put it up. Jones is aware. He's gone cold though. There's the follow-up that gets to go for Lohembe, the Congolese big man of NFU. At this rate, it's a 2-for-1 for the Tigers. Torculas gave it up. Halbuena. That's gotta hurt. It rattled out. Yang to push. He's aware of the time. Takes it in. Shifted mid-air. It's a stop though for BEDA. It's the Red Lions with an 11-point lead over the Tigers. Sarigumba gets it up in time. No good. There you go. The third chapter being done and dusted. A massive effort from the Red Lions gives them an 11-point lead heading into the fourth and final quarter as the NFU Tigers trail 60-49. Back at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City, and we are going to carry on with our action in a bit. And it's on to the fourth and final quarter in the NSAC World Invitational. It's the quarterfinals again. The winner will advance to the semifinals and will square off with the JRU Heavy Bombers. Whoever falls again will proceed to the consolation round, which will also take place tomorrow and on Sunday. Almost a backcourt violation there, but Estacio knew what he was doing, along with Halbuena. We also have Mako Dabao, who was in for the first time in this game. They looked to insert him earlier, but opted not to do so. Dabao's on the floor already, but they pulled him out in the third. Here's Torculas, who's taking on Jones. That's why they kicked it over to Yang. Efron with the board. Estacio. So Halbuena midcourt. Torculas! Lovely reverse. A highlight of a play here for Aldous Torculas. He just loved the elite mindset of Torculas. Started off a bit slow with back-to-back turnovers in the game. And eventually, he's making an impact right here on both sides. In this instance, he just fouled his opposing man. Take a look at this right here. Lohembe saw that he was going to go straight to the cup. Torculas using the rim as a defender. Casually making that reverse layup. Shen has not had success from the line, but he could change things up. This one goes in and out though. Game management will be essential for Estacio with him being the point guard now. They could maximize the shot clock as Davao couldn't get it to Torculas. 6 remaining at the shot clock. Estacio can't find a friend. Halbuena just heaves it. That shot definitely awkward. But you'll definitely take that over a shot clock violation, as we know. Earl Hawkins is back on the floor also. Yang taking it in on his own. Will that be the start of a rally as Torculas once more drives baseline? It's that same old reverse layup. Jones continues to go cold. You could also see the anger or frustration from the NFU coaching staff with Torculas scoring once more off that reverse. They were definitely doing their scouting and adjustments mid-game, and just like that, the defense gave up a play just like this. But you also have to credit Torculas with that quick burst of pace and athleticism. Hands up against him, no problem. Hawkins back in the game, and that's a timely bucket for them. Justin Hawkins did average 8 points per game while playing for Niagara in the MAAC back home in the United States. Yang Cheng in. Jones backing down Estacio. Hawkins will take it. Can't make it. Davao the long rebound. He will look to push. He led his high school De La Salle Zobel to the Final Four in his senior year. Also bagged Mythical 5 honors in the process when you talk about Mako. Davao receives this one from Puno. He'll play the point now. Efron. Davao gets it back from Puno. Jomel will take it mid-range. Bricks it. Efron offensive board. And one opportunity. He was definitely pulled there because he was able to beat his man for the offensive rebound. The box out unsuccessful. Hence the offensive rebound then put back. Shen, being a big man, not able to box out. That's a big no-no, as we know. Before we carry on to the bonus free throw of Kai Efron. Our referees are just sorting something out with our table officials. There's a look once more at the bucket of Efron. I believe they were sorting out something with the game clock and shot clock. I will proceed. Kai Efron sinks it. That's a three-point play again. 67 to 53. That window for NFU is shrinking as we speak. Hawkins gets hit in the face though. Efron to the corner, gets it back from Davao. And Hawkins running into the arm or even the elbow of Khalil Magderb. And RC had his hands up though. There were no intentions. RC checked on Hawkins in the succeeding play. Efron over to Hawkins. on the roll, but it was no good. Desperation time now, you can even argue. Cole, Jones. Oh, it's a travel here though. An unforced turnover. That's gotta hurt for the former youth national team player of Taiwan. And considering again that Jones had 10 points in the first half, he just went cold now in this game. Jones is actually scoreless in this second half, mind you. He can still change that though. He's unselfish and gets it to Yang as they will look to execute. Justin Hawkins up against Earl Hawkins. Gets it desperately. And because of that, Coach Julius Cueto calls for time. It's 67-53 in favor of San Beda. Back to the action at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. It's the NSAC World Invitational. It's your second game this opening day. It's the San Beda Red Lions and the NFU Tigers. And there is that bucket that Hawkins got to convert, which NFU desperately needed. They trail by 12 as we speak. We have 5 minutes remaining. That's still an eternity, as we know. It's up to the Red Lions to manage this one at the least. If you're NFU, you need to push the tempo ASAP. Puno lost this one here. This was what we were talking about. And Yang gets this one to go. We're actually even at points off turnovers at 9 each. The Tigers were able to make a living in that category also. They led by 10 again in the first half. Here's Dabao, short. Hawkins got the offensive board. Kalimag got to back bodies a bit. Baseline J couldn't drop. And Reyes and Etole will head back to the floor. And it's Dabao and Efron who are on the bench. They're going for the post as expected, with Hawkins as their main man. Jimmy looks on. Used the screen from Earl. Zedetule gets that to go from mid-range. Hawkins trying to handle things on his own. Was fouled. And yes, that is correct. You have Earl Hawkins, who is matching up with Justin Hawkins. Earl of San Beda. Justin of NFU. And it's a turnover here. An unforced one, you could say. Reyes is able to cross amidst the pressure from Yang. Etule once more. That's back-to-back buckets for him. And then it's a steal from Puno. Hawkins dunks this one. The Red Lions loving it. And the Tigers call for time here. They desperately need it. 3:30 remaining and we'll be back. .330 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And it's the Red Lions with this massive 16-point lead over the NFU Tigers. And Hawkins just flushing it down. Raspuno, who also got the steal. Hawkins just moving well off ball. Got an opportunity and just punished the rim. That's 5 points for Hawkins in this game. He's shooting 75% from the free throw line to go with 4 boards. Jones. Yang. That was read by Reyes. Yang has really looked to be the focal point in the offense of NFU, with Jones struggling. And it's Kalimag who buries it. And you can say this is pretty much put beyond doubt now for San Beda. They will carry on to the semifinals as this one just bounces in. And Yang Hancheng got a shooter's bounce there. He trimmed the deficit to 16, but it seems like that's too little, too late. And with the impending result, San Beda will face a familiar foe in the JRU Heavy Bombers in the semifinals tomorrow. On the other hand, NFU will drop to the classification round and will join Elite Stacks Australia. Here was the triple again that got to go. The shooter's bounce for Yang Hansheng. And unfortunately, Yang Cheng-yen just fouled out, but what an effort for the Taiwanese guard. Yang Cheng-yen just finished with 14 points and was able to get 4 rebounds, 2 with 4 steals and 3 assists. Quite a stat line, of course, for Yang Cheng-yen. A bright spot in their impending loss here. It's just proper game management again for the Red Lions. It's about being comfortable in these situations again, where you need to execute in crunch time. And RC Kalimag is no stranger to crunch time. And Jaden Jones with a spectacular fadeaway for the baseline jumper. And as we mentioned, it's too little, too late, but you love the character that National Formosa you are showing. And San Beda's pep squad just making themselves felt, of course. They do have that fantastic culture. Season in and season out. It's the Indian yell that they are bringing out now. But it's a steal, or almost a steal, for Jaden. And Kalimag will pull up. 60 seconds remaining. National Formosa will look to make the scoreline seem a bit more respectable. But we definitely won't forget the effort that they put in. Unfortunately, they just went cold, of course, and succumbed to the depth of the Red Lions. There's no shame in losing to a winning program like SBU. Short in the first attempt for Justin Hawkins. The NFU Tigers are building up again for their mother tournament back home, which is the Chinese Taipei University Basketball Association, when they made it to the Final Four again. Sunbet are gunning for their 25th NCAA title here in the Philippines, and they've won 2 NCAA titles in the last 3 seasons. We're sure they want to bag some silverware too in the preseason. They've come up short twice already in this offseason. Hamora will let it fly. Lohembe with the board. Metula getting this one, but he was definitely out of bounds. He knew it. He still loved the will to go for the ball. That's what hustle is all about. Let's hold on first, because there's a timeout called by Coach Lu Yu Cheng and the Tigers. On to the closing stages in your second game this opening day in the NSAC World Invitational. This play essentially botched already. Chen Wei Jie couldn't hit Lohembe on the roll. Pulls up into short though, but this is cleaned up by Chen Wei Jie himself. And time will essentially, or will eventually expire. The 13-point victory for the San Beda University Red Lions over the National Formosa University Tigers. The Red Lions are set to face the JRU Heavy Bombers in the semifinals of the NSAC World Invitational. All is not lost though for NFU, because they will proceed to the consolation round and will join Elite Stacks Australia. Confirmation of your score, 78-65, and we'll catch you in a bit. back at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City, and the San Beda Red Lions just bagged a 78-65 victory over the NFU Tigers of Taiwan. We'll acknowledge our player of the game, Aldous Torculas. Started off the game with some struggles, 2 turnovers, bounced back immediately, finished with 15 points and 66% field goal shooting to go with 5 rebounds and a block. And Torculas himself had a great plus-minus also of 11. He is our player of the game. You gotta love the spark, of course, that he was able to bring. His athleticism was able to just help them out in defense and what more. And when the Red Lions were pushing to build their margin over the Tigers. I look at the highlights again. Yang Chen-Jen was promising also, but that was also the case for Jomel Puno, who pretty much saw limited minutes but was able to just maximize the opportunity. Hawkins was able to get going for NFU. You could also say that's the case for Hawkins of SBU. Jaden Jones went cold but eventually became playmaker. Yang Chen-Jen fouled out of the game. There was that moment again where Earl Hawkins just stuffed that down to give us a highlight to cap things off. A look at your full game statistics. And no surprise that field goals went the way of the Red Lions, with their defense also doing the damage, and they were excellent from the free throw line from the get-go. Numbers essentially going their way, and we were talking about the depth again of San Beda, and with their bench eventually getting a groove, they outscored NFU's bench 32-6. They took a convincing win, but action is far from over in day 1 of the NSAC World Invitational. We have the UST Growling Tigers, and they are going to square off with Tenry University. That is up next right here. This is Claudio Manzano, your commentator for this game, and a big thank you in behalf of the entire production team. But again, NSAC World Invitational action will carry on again, but it ends San Beda 78, NFU 65.